Ladies and gentlemen, when people say America is changing, I tell them, of course it is. Every great nation is built and rebuilt by those who dare to dream, who arrive with nothing but hope, skill, and unstoppable determination. Today, when I walk through Silicon Valley, New York, or Dallas, I see a powerful force shaping the new America. The rise of Indian immigrants. They are not collapsing cities. They are rebuilding them, energizing them, and redefining success in ways the world should admire. Indian immigrants have emerged as powerful architects of renewal in the United States, proving that true progress comes not from wealth or privilege, but from determination and purpose. When they arrive in a new land, many carry little more than their education, values, and an unshakable belief in hard work. Yet these very qualities have allowed them to rebuild the very cities that others claimed were collapsing. They bring with them a mindset that blends creativity with consistency, a rare balance that fuels innovation while maintaining discipline. Whether in technology hubs like Silicon Valley or smaller towns, seeking revitalization, their impact is visible through new businesses, digital revolutions, and a culture of collaboration. The essence of this renewal lies in the immigrant spirit. The courage to start again, to take risks, and to build something meaningful, even in an unfamiliar environment. Indian immigrants embody that spirit. They step into an economy that often looks uncertain and a society where success must be earned from the ground up. Yet they see opportunity where others see struggle. Instead of focusing on barriers, they focus on building bridges between technology and entrepreneurship, between local and global, and between tradition and progress. This attitude has led them to not only contribute to existing industries, but to create entirely new ones, driving both local and national growth. Across the United States, Indian professionals and entrepreneurs are playing vital roles in economic transformation. In sectors like information technology, healthcare, finance, and education, they are creating jobs, launching startups, and bringing fresh ideas to long-standing problems. Their presence in urban centers has rejuvenated innovation ecosystems, inspired young professionals, and attracted international investment. A once declining industrial city can find new life through immigrant-owned businesses that adapt old spaces into technology parks, training centers, or logistics hubs. What others might perceive as decay, these visionaries see as a canvas for renewal. The cultural mindset of Indian immigrants also contributes to this transformation, rooted in humility and perseverance. They combine Eastern values of family and respect with Western ideals of independence and ambition. This harmony allows them to collaborate effectively, build trust, and contribute to a community-oriented economy. They are not just working for personal gain, they are uplifting others in the process. Every time they mentor a student, start a company, or volunteer in their neighborhood, they strengthen the social fabric of the city they now call home. At its heart, the story of Indian immigrants rebuilding U.S. cities is a story of human resilience. It shows that the true architects of progress are not those with the most resources, but those with the greatest vision. They prove that hope, when matched with hard work and education, can transform even struggling environments into centers of opportunity. In their journey, America finds renewal, and through their dreams, its cities discover new life and purpose. The remarkable rise of Indian origin leaders in major global corporations is not a coincidence, but the result of deep-rooted competence, persistence, and vision. Behind every success story lies years of education, discipline, and an unwavering belief in growth through knowledge. When you see Indian CEOs leading companies like Google, Microsoft, or Adobe, it is not luck that placed them there. It is a reflection of consistent hard work and the ability to adapt in a fast, changing world. Their journeys symbolize the power of learning, resilience, and cultural intelligence that have allowed them to thrive in the world's most competitive environments. From a young age, many Indian professionals are taught to value education as the greatest form of empowerment. This foundation builds analytical minds and strong problem-solving skills that align perfectly with industries driven by innovation and technology. When they enter the U.S. workforce, they bring with them not only technical expertise, but also a mindset of perseverance and humility. They understand that progress is not achieved overnight, but through constant effort, curiosity, and the willingness to evolve. This approach allows them to stand out in boardrooms and laboratories, not as outsiders, but as essential contributors to the modern economy. The path to leadership for these individuals has not been easy. They have had to navigate unfamiliar systems, cultural differences, and sometimes biases in workplaces. Yet, instead of being discouraged, they have turned these challenges into lessons. They learn how to listen, how to communicate across cultures, and how to lead through collaboration rather than control. This adaptability becomes their greatest strength. As a result, they rise not because of their nationality, but because of their ability to bridge gaps between teams, between ideas, and between markets. Their success reflects the universal truth that excellence has no ethnicity. It is earned through skill, integrity, and vision. Beyond corporate titles, their influence extends to shaping innovation globally. Indian origin leaders have championed diversity, ethical growth, and digital inclusion. They invest in education, sustainability, and startups, ensuring that their success benefits others as well. In doing so, they embody a new kind of leadership, one that is empathetic, inclusive, and future-focused. This model of leadership is transforming how global companies think about talent, teamwork, and technology there. It demonstrates that true competence lies not only in technical mastery, but also in emotional intelligence and global awareness. The presence of such leaders sends a powerful message to both America and the world. Opportunity belongs to those who prepare for it. Their success challenges stereotypes and inspires a new generation to dream without limits. It shows that when individuals combine education, ethics, and effort, they can rise to any challenge and redefine what leadership looks like in the 21st century. What we are witnessing is not coincidence. It is the triumph of competence, built over years of dedication and belief in the power of human potential. The story of Indian immigrants in the United States is one of transformation through adversity. Many arrive with limited means, uncertain futures, and countless obstacles ahead. Yet it is within these struggles that they discover their greatest strength. They turn rejection into resilience, failure into fuel, and hardship into hope. This journey from struggle to strength defines the essence of progress. It proves that challenges are not roadblocks, but stepping stones that test and refine one's determination. Each success born from struggle carries a depth of meaning that easy victories can never achieve. When Indian immigrants step into a foreign land, they often face cultural isolation, financial difficulty, and the pressure to adapt quickly. The language may be familiar, but the system is not. The environment is competitive, and success is never guaranteed. However, instead of being overwhelmed, they focus on learning, they absorb new ideas, study the culture around them, and identify opportunities hidden within challenges. This learning mindset helps them adapt faster, innovate better, and ultimately excel in their chosen fields. Their capacity to endure uncertainty and still strive for excellence becomes the foundation of their success story. Each struggle faced by an immigrant also becomes a story of personal evolution. The process of starting from scratch in a new country teaches humility, patience, and self-reliance. These lessons often translate into entrepreneurial courage, the ability to take risks and build something from nothing. Many Indian immigrants have gone on to start businesses that now employ thousands. They're proving that success is not defined by where you start, but by how you respond when the odds are against you. Their resilience creates a ripple effect in society, inspiring others to work harder, dream bigger, and believe that limitations can be overcome. The strength gained through struggle also shapes a mindset of gratitude and giving back. Having experienced difficulty, many Indian professionals and entrepreneurs support community initiatives, mentor younger generations, and contribute to local economies. They remember the challenges of their own journeys and choose to make the path easier for others. This cycle of upliftment transforms struggle into shared strength, not only benefiting individuals, but strengthening the collective fabric of society. It turns personal victory into community progress and personal resilience into national renewal. The journey from struggle to strength reveals the truth that growth is born from discomfort. Comfort never creates greatness. It is adversity that builds character. The success of Indian immigrants in America is proof that the toughest beginnings can lead to the most powerful outcomes. They demonstrate that when the world says no, the human spirit has the ability to create its own yes. Their lives echo a universal message that within every obstacle lies the seed of opportunity, and within every struggle, the potential for transformation. It is this unwavering belief in turning hardship into hope that makes their story not only inspiring, but timeless. Indian immigrants have become powerful builders of local economies across the United States, transforming communities through innovation, entrepreneurship, and dedication. Their impact extends far beyond the corporate boardrooms of Silicon Valley. It reaches into small towns, universities, hospitals, and neighborhoods where growth once seemed impossible. By creating businesses, generating jobs, and revitalizing industries, they have infused American cities with new life and direction. Their efforts show that progress is not dependent on large government programs alone, but often begins with individuals who dare to dream, take risks, and invest in the communities they now call home. Across the country, Indian entrepreneurs have launched startups in technology, healthcare, finance, and education. These ventures not only contribute to economic growth, but also introduce creative solutions to everyday challenges. They bring with them a culture of innovation rooted in problem solving and long-term thinking. Many of these businesses start small. A single office, a few employees, a big idea, but grow into enterprises that employ hundreds or even thousands. Through their ventures, Indian immigrants have created a ripple effect of prosperity, supporting local suppliers, real estate markets, and service industries. Every new business adds value, energy, and purpose to the cities that host them. What makes this contribution particularly significant is the mindset behind it. Indian immigrants see opportunity where others see stagnation. They often choose to invest in cities or sectors that others have overlooked. By introducing technology to traditional industries or offering educational programs in underserved areas, they spark transformation from the ground up. In places where factories once closed and job markets shrank, Indian professionals have established IT firms, medical centers, and research hubs that attract global attention. Their focus on innovation and quality has turned several American cities into centers of excellence once again. Beyond business creation, Indian immigrants are also active contributors to education and community development. Many sponsor scholarships, mentor young entrepreneurs, and participate in local charity initiatives. Their belief in continuous learning and giving back ensures that growth is shared and sustainable. Through local cultural organizations and community centers, they also foster unity, connecting people from diverse backgrounds and strengthening social cohesion. In this way, their economic contribution becomes intertwined with cultural enrichment, helping cities evolve not only financially but socially. The effect of their presence is visible in every layer of urban life. From neighborhood stores to global enterprises, Indian immigrants help sustain the economic heartbeat of America. Their entrepreneurial energy generates employment, increases tax revenues, and drives innovation across multiple sectors. They remind the world that the strength of an economy lies in the creativity and courage of its people. By investing time, skill, and vision into the places they live, they transform decline into development and uncertainty into opportunity. Their story stands as proof that cities are rebuilt not by walls of concrete, but by minds full of ideas and hearts full of ambition. Indian immigrants have become one of the most vital cultural bridges between East and West, embodying a rare blend of tradition and modernity that strengthens understanding in an increasingly divided world. When they arrive in the United States, they do not simply bring their skills and education. They carry with them a heritage of philosophy, spirituality, and community values that complement the fast-paced, individualistic culture of the West. This combination creates harmony between two worlds that once seemed distant. Through their work, families, and daily lives, Indian immigrants help Americans see that success is not only about achievement, but also about purpose, gratitude, and collective growth. Their contribution to cultural exchange begins in the workplace, where they integrate teamwork with respect and humility. They often balance technical brilliance with empathy, helping build workplaces that are both productive and compassionate. The Indian philosophy of learning, where knowledge is shared, not hoarded, fosters a spirit of mentorship and cooperation. Many Indian professionals rise to leadership positions, not merely through authority, but through understanding, teaching, and empowering others. This approach reshapes corporate cultures, making them more inclusive and globally aware. It is through this silent cultural influence that Indian immigrants help the West rediscover values of patience, balance, and long-term vision. Beyond professional life, Indian immigrants enrich American society through their traditions, arts, and festivals. Diwali, Holi, and other cultural celebrations have become part of the social fabric in many U.S. cities, promoting diversity and unity. Indian cuisine, yoga, classical music, and cinema have gained global admiration, drawing people from all backgrounds together. These cultural exchanges foster respect and curiosity, breaking down stereotypes and building a shared sense of humanity. In a world that often fears difference, such exposure cultivates understanding. It teaches that cultural diversity is not a weakness, but a source of creativity and strength. This bridge between East and West also extends to education and innovation. Many Indian immigrants emphasize academic excellence and instill in their children the importance of knowledge and ethics. The result is a generation that embraces the technological progress of the West while retaining the moral and spiritual wisdom of the East. They grow into leaders who can think globally but act with empathy, a quality the modern world desperately needs. This balance is what allows Indian immigrants to not just adapt to American society, but to elevate it, reminding everyone that true progress combines intelligence with integrity. Through their presence, Indian immigrants demonstrate that civilizations thrive not by isolation, but by exchange. The values of hard work, family respect, and humility travel with them and merge seamlessly with the American spirit of innovation and independence. Together, these forces create a culture that is both compassionate and competitive, grounded yet forward-looking. Indian immigrants, by bridging two great traditions, are not just living between two worlds. They are uniting them, shaping a more connected, understanding, and harmonious future for all. Hope is the most powerful force that drives progress. And Indian immigrants in the United States have become living symbols of that truth. They arrive in a foreign land, often with limited resources, uncertain opportunities, and endless challenges. Yet what they carry with them cannot be measured in money or status. It is the unshakable belief that tomorrow can be better than today. That belief, that quiet confidence, is what keeps cities alive and economies thriving. A city does not collapse because of infrastructure or politics. It collapses when its people lose faith in the future. Indian immigrants restore that faith by demonstrating through their lives and achievements that perseverance and optimism can turn even the hardest circumstances into platforms for success. It is active and contagious. It is expressed through the way they work, learn, and contribute. Whether it is a student struggling to pay tuition, a family starting a small business, or an engineer joining a major company, each action is an expression of belief that hard work will yield reward, that integrity will open doors, and that no dream is too far. This daily pursuit of progress rekindles the spirit of ambition within the cities they inhabit. It inspires others, both immigrants and locals alike, to see possibility where despair once stood. Through their persistence, Indian immigrants remind everyone around them that hope is not simply an emotion, but an energy that builds nations. The strength of their hope lies in their perspective. Having come from a land where opportunities can be scarce, they understand the value of every chance they receive. This gratitude transforms into motivation. They do not take the American dream for granted. They nurture it, expand it, and redefine it for the next generation. In doing so, they revive the very ideals that made the United States a beacon for dreamers around the world. They show that hope is not inherited, but earned through courage and effort. Their stories of struggle and triumph echo in classrooms, companies, and communities, reminding everyone that progress is possible when people refuse to give up. Hope also manifests through the compassion and unity they bring to their surroundings. Indian immigrants often build strong communities, offering support to one another and extending kindness to their neighbors. They establish cultural centers, volunteer in local charities, and engage in educational initiatives. These acts of service restore a sense of togetherness and belonging, essential elements for any thriving society. Their optimism does not end with personal success. It radiates outward, influencing the social and emotional health of the cities they inhabit. In every aspect of their journey, Indian immigrants prove that hope is not a fragile emotion, but a powerful tool of transformation. It can rebuild cities, reshape economies, and inspire nations. Through their determination, they teach the world that as long as there are people who believe in change, no city, no country, and no dream is ever truly lost.